Yes, this is a real post from the President of the United States gleefully celebrating the death of Robert Mueller. This is absolutely deranged, and it's not normal behavior. But we've become so desensitized to Trump and his antics that there will be people out there who will just brush this off and it will be forgotten within a 24-hour news cycle. Robert Mueller was a husband, he was a father, a grandfather, a Purple Heart recipient, a public servant. His family and legacy deserve better than this type of treatment from the president. But instead, our small, petty, vindictive, grievance driven president is cheering on his death. Why? All because Mueller was tasked with investigating Trump. When Charlie Kirk died and there were people celebrating it, I thought that was grotesque. And the right tried to get anyone who cheered it on fired. But we won't hold the President of the United States, someone that is supposed to be a role model for our children, to that same standard. There truly has never been an American president that is less suited to the role than Donald Trump. And if you're one of the people that voted for him and you excused his character and his behavior because you said you cared more about things like the cost of eggs or not getting us into any new wars or low gas prices or releasing the Epstein files or the economy, I wonder how that's going for you now.
Several Trump supporters are actively defending Donald Trump after he celebrated the death of Robert Mueller, all because he proved that Russia interfered in the 2016 election. Keep in mind, these people got hundreds of Americans fired from their jobs because they spoke negatively about Charlie Kirk after he passed away. But Trump said Robert Mueller just died. Good, I'm glad he's dead. He can no longer hurt innocent people. Laura Loomer says, President Trump says what everyone's thinking. He's right. We shouldn't be sad when bad people die. Just a couple of months ago, Laura Loomer tried to defend Ilhan Omar being assaulted at her town hall because she celebrated Charlie Kirk's death. And in this post, she tries to use Charlie Kirk's death to justify Alex Preddy losing his life to a federal agent. Next, we have Gunther Eagleman saying no need to shed tears for a man that played a very important role in the largest conspiracy against America. This guy's made countless posts about the left celebrating Charlie Kirk's death, but he has absolutely no problem when Trump does it. He even tried to justify Donald Trump threatening to hang members of Congress by saying they laughed in your face when Charlie Kirk was killed and now they want to whine about Trump sharing the truth. Jack says nobody should have a problem with what Trump said because Robert Mueller ruined lives and put our country through an absolute crisis. But just a few months ago, this guy was encouraging people to screenshot everybody who dared to dress up as Charlie Kirk for Halloween so they could be fired from their jobs and doxxed. Robert Mueller's report proved that Russia interfered in the 2016 election to help Donald Trump win. They did this various ways, like creating bot accounts, purchasing thousands of online ads, and impersonating U.S. citizens. They also compromised more than 30 computers at the DNC and stole emails from multiple members of Hillary Clinton's campaign. Robert Mueller exposed the truth, and Trump, along with his supporters, cannot stand it.
There will come a day when Donald Trump is dead, and he is no longer with us. And on that day, I predict there will be celebrations erupting on every street corner of the United States and probably around the world that we have never seen before, to rival the scene at the end of Return of the Jedi when the Empire was defeated by the rebels and there were all the celebrations throughout the galaxy. That kind of celebration. And, I'm gonna anticipate a lot of MAGA pearl clutching at that time, saying, how dare people celebrate his death? Saying, where's the decorum? Where's the sense of decency? Where's the respect for the dead? Even if you didn't agree with him politically, or even if you didn't like him, you have to still respect the dead. Just remember this post here. Just remember it. I want you to sear it into your mind's eye, because this isn't the first time he's posted something like this. And, you could say that he didn't like Robert Mueller and he's well within his right because of the Russia witch hunt, whatever bullshit you want to say, but he is the president of the fucking United States of America, and there should be some minimum bar of decorum that has to be met even if you don't like someone. So just remember and ask yourself, where was Donald Trump's decency and decorum and respect for the dead and respect for his office when he posted this? All the people who cried about Charlie Kirk dying and how people got fired because they said something uncouth about him on social media. Remember this post, okay? And also then ask yourself, why the fuck do you still worship this guy? Why do you still follow him? Why do you still think he is a person worthy of your adoration and praise when he acts like this?
This right here just negated any future arguments against people celebrating Trump's death. I know that the narrative here is going to be all about Charlie Kirk. Please stop beating a dead horse. Please stop beating a dead horse. This is just the nail in the coffin for Trump's legacy, in my opinion. He's near end of life, and this is the nail in the coffin for his legacy. We got to stop the hypocrisy and just get back to normal. This is garbage behavior. I don't care what side you're on. Call this shit out. Garbage.
He said, Robert Mueller just died. Good. I'm glad he's dead. Former FBI Director Robert Mueller died today, and within minutes of that news, President Trump posted about it. I want to read you exactly what he said. He said, Robert Mueller just died. Good. I'm glad he's dead. He can no longer hurt innocent people. Now, Mueller is known, obviously, what Trump was reacting to there as the author of the Mueller report, which looked into Russian interference in the 2016 campaign. He also served as the FBI director for more than a decade, leading America through a very perilous period after the September 11th attacks. And what not as many people may know about Robert Mueller is he was a war hero. During a time when many of his peers were trying to avoid military service, trying to avoid the draft, Robert Mueller volunteered joining the Marines. He did that after his roommate, his college roommate, was killed in Vietnam. He spent more than a year in combat in Vietnam, receiving a Purple Heart after he was shot in the leg. He was recognized multiple times for valor, receiving a Bronze Star and a Navy Commendation Medal. Robert Mueller spent a life of service and sacrifice for the United States. And this is the person who President Trump has just reacted to his death by saying, I'm glad he's dead.
Are you proud? Are you pro-life? All life is precious, law and order, claimers of the moral superiority? Y'all proud of who your president is right now? You hypocrites. You're all an embarrassment, not only to this country, but the human species as a whole. And this is why when talking heads like Bill Maher and other apologists come on and say, we have to try to understand where the Trump voter's coming from, where Trump is coming from. No, we don't. No. Sometimes things are as they are. Sometimes there is no ambiguity between good and evil. And this man is evil. And anyone who supports him is evil. And this is why I have absolutely no interest in trying to understand where the Trump voter is coming from. You're just terrible people. And I have absolutely no sympathy for you. Not a cell in my body has any inclination to understand where you're coming from, or to welcome you back to the land of just decency. I'm just disgusted by all of you. That's it. Nothing else.
So this is what our dear leader just posted. So this is what the president of the United States just posted about Robert Mueller's passing, who by all accounts is an honorable man, right? This is what the president of the United States, the one who sets the example for the world, the leader of the free world, this is what he just posted on his platform, on a platform, whatever. And yet people were losing their jobs speaking ill of Charlie Kirk. People were getting negative feedback from their job for speaking negatively about Trump, but he can post this. Dorito Jesus can post this. We are truly in the Twilight Zone. Let me tell you something. There was a video that was out a while ago and said that if Trump passed away in the middle of the night, do you want somebody to wake you up? That was the question, right? Let me tell you something. If Trump passed away in the middle of the night and you don't call or wake me up, now me and you got beef. You text me, you call me, you email me. Come to my goddamn door. I don't give a fuck. You don't let me sleep through that. You don't let me sleep through that. I don't get to sleep through that. If you allow me to sleep through that, me and you're not friends. We're not friends. We're not friends. You wake me the fuck up. You be outside my goddamn door with a bugle, my nigga. A bugle, a rooster, a drum set. Get me the fuck up out of bed because I have to experience this in real time. The president of these United States.
Hey, remember when a lot of people were getting fired from Charlie Kirk posts because they weren't sad and showing sympathy? Oh, buddy, just wait. The moment you die, oh, Siri, play Party in the USA.
Robert Mueller is dead, and Trump posted on social media saying, "Good, I'm glad he's dead. At least now he can't hurt innocent people," which is funny coming from the guy who started the ICE raids.
I'm going to go ahead and take this on myself, whether y'all want me to or not. But I'm going to go ahead and be the representative for the entire world. I'm going to speak on behalf of the entire world. And by the entire world, I mean people that have morals, a soul, a brain, some common sense, and do not support pedophilia in any way. After you're a fat pedophile in fucking chief syphilis having diaper wearing demented piece of criminal posted this, and this is not the first time that he has celebrated the death of somebody that did absolutely nothing wrong except called out his criminal activity. After he posted that, the fucking celebrations I'm going to have online when that fucking disgusting, vile, devil in fucking skin dies, y'all, your brains are gonna fucking be
Literally, why is it everyone but him? Why is it everyone but him?
What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
Former FBI Director Robert Mueller has passed away at the age of 81, and Donald Trump gave his reaction on Truth Social, and he posted, "Robert Mueller just died. Good. I'm glad he's dead. He can no longer hurt innocent people." What the F? I want to tell you right now, we have, as I say this all the time to people, I just said it earlier today, we have the 400-page, I believe it is, printout of the Mueller report. I suggest everybody at least read it. It is public, because when Bill Barr, Trump's attorney general at that time, when it came out, he came out first and said, "Nothing to see here, folks," gave this little short little thing, and nothing he said was accurate as to what was in that report. That report was extremely detailed. There were many criminal referrals, indictments, guilty pleas, convictions that came out of that, and he did not exonerate Trump. In fact, he stated that because of long-standing DOJ policies that you cannot indict a sitting president, that he could not indict Trump, but that he was an unindicted co-conspirator. So no, it's a hair-raising report, honestly. And as usual, every single day, Trump shows his absolute and utter indecency and unfitness for office.
And you better keep fucking going.